Okay, I'm live and I've got this weird light coming at me, but that's okay. And my battery is at 30%. So I am just going to text everyone. Well, I think I already texted you guys the link, but that's okay. So this is a little different than what we normally do. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a really awesome Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesdays. And today I'm going to bring you guys some wisdom that is going to blow your mind. Oh my gosh, it's going to blow your mind. So what we're going to be talking about today is the 168-hour week. And if you don't know what that is basically the amount of hours every single person has in 1 week. And so the reason I decided to do this training, this lighting is super weird. I look really purple. Okay, we'll just go with that. The reason I wanted to do this training was because I hear a lot of times I just don't have time. I thought I would have time for this. I just don't have time. It's not going to work for me. I don't know how to make this work. Here's the thing. What I know is that if something is important enough to you, you will make the time for it. And so I talk about this a lot in saying, replace I don't have time with it's not my priority. And this isn't to slam you. This isn't to criticize you. This isn't to say, this is why it's not working. It's to kind of bring a reality check to you and to kind of let you see that, wow, this really hasn't been a priority for me. Or, wow, I really didn't realize how much time I actually had in the day, in the week, to work my Mary Kay business. Does it take time to build a business? Yes. You cannot expect to come into this company, to come into this, to come into any type of business and not be expected to put in time to maintain, to keep your business, all of that stuff. So what I would like to do today is to kind of talk you through how you can find the holes, the nooks and crannies, the gaps in your day-to-day life, in your weekly life, in your monthly life to work your Mary Kay business at whatever level that you choose to, because we all know success is a choice. And while you can go through hills and valleys and mountains, the fact that if you choose to stop, that's a choice. If you choose to keep going, that's a choice. And your emotional management. I did have the emotional cycle out, but I just said I'm not going to go through that because all of you guys have heard it. You have all heard it. And so maybe we'll touch on it a little bit. We'll see. So what I want to do first is just talk about time. I mean, I've said this before, if you're busy, it's not a unique quality, okay? Everybody in the world is busy, whether you have a full-time job and you're doing Mary Kay on the side, whether you're a stay-at-home mom and you're doing Mary Kay on the side, because being a mom is a full-time job. So for me, I feel like for people who work full-time jobs and do Mary Kay and are wives and mothers, like they have 3 jobs that they're working. But Mary Kay can really give you that extra time that you need and want. And when I have ever doubted, when I have ever felt like, you know what, I'm just going to get a regular job, I think I would not have the time that I have right now to spend with my family, to go do the fun things that I want to do. And I'm willing to put in the work so that I never have to work for somebody else again. There is so much that we have to offer people in this business, in this life. And if you can't get passionate about helping people feel good on the outside, having amazing skincare, helping people feel good on the inside, finding confidence within themselves, being behind a company that supports cancer research, all those things, then maybe this isn't for you, because we want people who are going to be excited about helping others. And so the way that you help others is by helping yourself, expanding your business and growing your business and things like that. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 168-hour week. Now, so I checked all the recognition. There was one recognition form turned in from the non-local consultants. And so I appreciate whoever turned that in. I'm sorry I didn't ask for your name on the form. It is now fixed, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much for turning it in. And so I'm not going to go over anything because there weren't any questions asked, nothing positive anybody wanted to share. So that's okay. But you can turn that in whether you're going to be at the meeting or not. I'd love for you to turn it in. This is our time to connect. This is the day. This is the time where you get my attention for for training, for this and for that. I do not do individual trainings, okay? Pretty much the only time you get individual training from me on how to work this business is at your launch party. And at the meetings. Otherwise, I'm working my personal business, okay? And then when we do share calls together, that's when you get training. So I don't do separate trainings outside of the meeting and your launch party. So it's really important that you take part in that, because that's how you're going to learn. And if you let yourself get overwhelmed with all the things you have going on, you're never going to move forward. And so if you want it bad enough, you're going to go for it, and I'm going to know who's going for it. So at the end of this video, what I want you to do is, or once you're finished watching, is I want you to tell me how many hours you actually have to work your Mary Kay business, because we're going to work through that, and we're going to do it by sharing a screen, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to work through it with you as well, and I'm going to give you some tools and resources to help through that. And I think a lot of times people just want other people to do it for them. They just want to say, how do I do this? Do it for me. Tell me everything. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. That is totally an option, a choice. Not an option. It is a choice, because I do not have time to sit and talk everybody through the resources that are on Mary Kay InTouch, or that I go through at the meeting. If you don't come to the meeting, if you don't watch the video, I'm not redoing the training. Okay. It's just as simple as that. If you want more in this business, you're going to get in what you get out. Okay. And so I do need you to respect my time and know that I have a 24 to 48 hour window to respond back, unless it's an emergency. And emergencies are, oh my gosh, I have a new team member, her agreement won't go through. Oh my gosh, I need to do the share call. This girl, she has one question she wants to say, you know, things like that. But other than that, like, there's really not emergencies that can take place in the Mary Kay world. It's pretty cool. So we're going to go over a sheet that I found really helpful for me. I went through Retreat with it, and we're going to just share it. Okay. Make sure this is working. Okay, so this is the worksheet that we're going to go through, and it says 168 hours a week. And I think you're going to be super surprised at how much time you actually have, and how much time is actually being wasted in your life with like TV, with just other things that are distractions from keeping you from running your business like a business that can be sustained. So 168 hours a week. We all have the same amount of hours in a week. So let's find out how much time we truly do have. Okay. And so this is going to apply to everybody. Okay. This is going to be some math. So we have 24 hours in a day times 7 days a week, and that equals 168 hours. Okay. Just making sure this is working. All right. So we all have 168 hours. Every single person. All right. Now we're going to take out the hours that we already use. Okay. Sleeping minus 8 hours a day times 7 days a week is 56 hours. Now, if you're saying in your head already, well, I don't even sleep 8 hours. I only get 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, or I like to sleep for 9 hours, 10 hours. That needs to be something that you can work on. It is something that you can adjust. You can help that. If you choose to stay in a stagnant place of I just never sleep, then you're going to always be there. You're always going to be tired. Do I always get 8 hours of sleep? No, but this is just an example. So if you get the 8 hours of sleep that is required of you, that is 56 hours taken up by those 168 hours. So let's do that. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need to X out of this. Yes, sorry, it was making noise. So we want to take out the minus, 56 hours, work minus how many hours do you work your job in a week. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to print this out, or you're going to write this on a paper, and you're going to put the hours right here. Okay, how many hours do you work at your job? If you don't work at a job, then you put 0. That's not Mary Kay. All right, family time, how many hours do you spend doing family activities? Now, and that can range from practices to games to scouts to Girl Scouts to anything. So just put those hours down. And then what other obligations do you have that are not Mary Kay, like non-negotiables? Do you have exercise time? Do you have shower time? Do you have church events? Do you have work events? Do you have husband work events? Do you have, like, what else do you have? And you're going to just write all that down under here. Okay. So here's an example. All right. Here's 168 hours minus 56 hours for sleep, minus 40 hours for job, minus 21 hours for family activities, minus 8 for all other personal time. Okay, so it says it right here, 168 hours minus work, minus family time, minus personal time. That's an extra 43 hours a week to fit in your Mary Kay. And you don't even have to use all of that, okay? Because we say in Mary Kay full-time is like 15 to 20 hours. So that even gives you a whole extra 20 something hours to work your Mary Kay business. How exciting is that? Oh my gosh, just with that little example right there, a person who works a full-time job has an extra 43 hours to work their Mary Kay business. Now, the difference is whether or not you choose to use those hours for your Mary Kay business or something else. Even if you decided to work 10 hours, that still leaves you with 30 something hours to have free time, have date night, have all of this. You guys are telling yourself a story that you don't have time, you don't want to be away from your husband, you don't want to be away from home. If that's the story you're telling yourself, then you're not sold out on this opportunity, and you're selling yourself short on what you told yourself you were going to do. Okay. And so I really want you to sit and look at your week. What do you do? And ask yourself, what do I do when I come home from work? Do I just sit on the couch and watch TV for 2 hours until it's time to cook dinner? And then I cook dinner and then I watch TV again. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And for me, this was really eye-opening because I really like to watch a lot of TV. And so it's limiting myself time. So if I want to give myself 2 hours of TV time a day, I think that's plenty. If you're really watching more than that, it's probably not really good for you, but hey, to each their own. Okay. And so something that can be really helpful in helping you figure out where your gaps are the weekly plan sheets, okay? And I'm going to show you that in a minute. So in a document that we have. So what's important to know is that, yes, there are going to be things that come up, last minute things. Every week there is something last minute for one of my kids' activities that they didn't tell me about or they're telling me about last minute, and I have to pivot. If you're not willing to pivot in life, you're not going to be able to pivot in your Mary Kay business. I will randomly ask people to do lead generating with me. Well, if you would have told me ahead of time, how I didn't know this opportunity was going to come in my lap. But here's the thing, I took it and you didn't. So who's getting the business? Me. Not you. And so if you can't take an hour out of your day that you actually do have available, you just don't want to go out and get ready, why would your business go anywhere? So what I ended up doing is I took a weekly plan sheet and I did 2 of them. I have one for when Steven's working swings. That means he's gone at night. And so I have the children at night. And then I did one for when he works days. So that means he's gone in the morning, but he's home in the evening. And so what are my responsibilities? And I just left a bunch of white space because that gives me time to put in me time, to put in family time, to put in Mary Kay time, and I can really customize my schedule. Are there things that come up? Yes. But this is a great guide, okay? And if you're consistent with the days that you know you absolutely can work, then it's going to be fine. So what I did, and I'll show you this sheet. So this is Steven working swings, okay? Look at all that white space. So that means he's home in the, actually, let me do this differently. Okay. So this is when Steven's working days, okay? And I color-coded all this. You'll see it has, you may see this backwards, but this is quiet time, my time, family time, sales or IPAs. IPAs are income-producing activities. They usually tell you to put them in green, but I usually do all my Mary Kay in green, pink, just because. Office time, meeting nights, things like that, okay? So anything you see in orange, which might be hard to see, is going to be family time. So on Sundays, I only do family time and I prep for the week ahead. Do I shift my schedule occasionally because something comes up or I need to do something? Yeah, but if I'm doing the work beforehand when I'm scheduled to, I don't have to worry about that. And that's the key, okay? So on Sundays, I have family time, okay? Mondays, I get up around 6:30 and do my miracle morning until 7:30. So I shower, I exercise, I get ready, I do my reading, I do my devotional. I do all of that in an hour and a half. And it is doable. You just don't have to spend an hour doing each thing. And that was huge for me. Then I get the kids up around 7:30 and get them ready. And I take Meredith to school from 8:30 to about 9:15. That's when I'm gone. Then I come home and do Aiden's school until about 12:30. And then we go pick Meredith up, come home. She goes down for a nap. And then from about 2 to 4, I'm in the office. Now on Mondays, it's a little different because she now has gymnastics. So from 3:30 to 4:30, I take her to gymnastics, and then I either go home and I do some office time or I have an appointment. And so that's where all this white space is down here. It's just kind of open for different things that I need. And because I need discipline and structure, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to fill that time with. Tuesdays, it's not a day that I work outside the home because that's a family, sort of like a family night day. because Aiden has scouts. So same thing in the morning all the way through here. And then we have Aiden scouts and then just family time. Wednesdays, very similar start to my day. I have a director meeting from 11 to 12. Then I go pick up Meredith. I come home. I do some office work. And then I head to our unit success meeting. Okay. On Thursdays, I have some space open. And so that's kind of like a free night for the family. So I'm going to try and fit in an appointment there when I can. Okay. And that's probably going to be another work night for me. I just need to color the pink in. I just wanted to show you all the space that I have. No, I don't have a full-time job, but I still make the time. Okay. And then on Fridays, same thing. Okay. Friday during the day, we just have fun family time. I don't do a ton of school with Aiden. It's very lax, very casual. And then in the evening, it's either going to be a family night or I'm going to have a new consultant launch party. It just depends. And then Saturday's wide open. So I typically do a power day there. If you don't ever want to work a weekend in Mary Kay, that is totally fine. But the thing is you need to work the numbers. So if you want to make a certain amount of money in a week or in a month, you do need to be working those appointments during the week. And so the question is, okay, what day am I going to do this on and what day am I going to do that on? Are you a single mom? That is hard. I've never really had that experience. And so yes, I understand that it's hard. But again, I know that if you want this, you can make the time for it and you can find the holes. And I've sat down with people and I've gone through their schedules and we have found 20, 30, 40 hours of time that they're not really doing anything that they can work. It's just the choice that they haven't made yet. Okay. So then on the weeks that Stephen is working swings, I still get up and do my miracle morning. I'm doing a training. I still get up and do my miracle morning, but he is home until about 1:15 or 1:30 or something. And so I have that whole entire morning to work, whether it's an appointment, lead generating activities, share calls, welcome appointments, whatever. In the evenings, there's only 2 evenings that during that week that I will work. Mondays, I take the kids to all their activities. Oh, wait, where am I at? Oh, okay, here I am. So Monday, I take the kids to their activities and I have some me time in the evening. So I either will open myself up for share calls or I'll open myself up for just an hour of TV. I like to watch Dateline, something like that. Tuesday, same thing. Aiden has scouts, so I take him to scouts. I still have the Wednesday night meeting. So what do I do? Because Stephen is working. I have a sitter. Okay, I have a sitter that comes and takes meets me at the pool, takes Aiden to swim. I go to the meeting and I'm there. I have a sitter. Thursday nights, I am now securing another sitter to have another weeknight option. So Wednesdays, Thursdays, then Friday again is fun family time. And then I have my Saturday open. And so it's really eye-opening because sometimes I can get so overwhelmed with myself and say, how in the world am I going to do this? When I feel overwhelmed, when I feel like I'm not getting everything done or everything's kind of scattered, it means I haven't planned the night before. It means I haven't planned the week before. I didn't write out my week, and I can tell a difference. And so I just challenge you to do that. You may think in your head you've got it all together, like, okay, the kids have this week. Okay, the kids have this week. Or I have this week. I have this. If it's not written down, it's going to be really hard to keep track of. And so I encourage you to just write this down as a base. And if something comes up, like you have a birthday party or you have something you want to do on the weekend, write it in, work around that, make up for the time on another day. You can absolutely do that. If I have a Saturday full of activities with the kids or something and I don't want to miss it or I want to be there for them, then I shift my day to Sunday. If you want to work every single weeknight of the week, but not on the weekends, that's perfectly fine. It's absolutely okay. You can make this business whatever you want. And so I wanted to give you guys some tips on saving time, okay, during the week. There have been some really awesome developments in like just the technology world lately. And it's absolutely amazing. So one of my biggest tips is meal prepping, okay? Sometimes it's kind of hard to do, but I love freezer crock pot meals. I can go to Costco or Sam's. I can spend $150 on a family of 4 dinner, and it makes 21 dinners. It's a whole month's worth of dinners. Yeah, I have to make lunches, but whatever. I'll make like a roll-up wrap or something with some yogurt and applesauce, whatever you like. And I can prep those in containers. Now, if prepping for the month is overwhelming for you, prep for the week or prep for 3 days. So on Sunday, prep for Monday through Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, prep for, Thursday through Saturday, whatever you want to do. But meal prepping is going to be humongous and in saving time. Just recently, a lot of the Walmarts and even Sam's, I'm not sure if Costco does this, but you can order your groceries online. The Walmart here, you can order online. You go, you park, you call them, they bring out your groceries and pack your car. That's going to save you about 3 hours. 3 hours. Oh my gosh. So you come home, unload, you start your meal prepping. It's amazing. Delegate and ask for help. You do not have to be the one to do everything. And I say this with love because I was that person. I was that mom. I was that wife who felt like I had to do everything and then some. When I started my Mary Kay business, like I still have to be the one to clean, still have to be the one to take care of the kids, still have to cook, still have to do. No, no. It is not hard for you to call your husband and say, hey, can you pop out that freezer meal to thaw and then pop it in the crock pot, put it on high heat for 8 hours. That is not hard for them to do. If you're telling yourself, oh, my husband can't do this, they can't do it, then you're telling yourself a story. You're talking yourself out of your dream. And it's okay to ask for help. That is what's going to make you sane, because when you're not doing all that stuff, you're going to have more fun with your kids, with your family, with your husband, with your friends. You're going to have a lot more fun. Make a monthly plan, a weekly plan, and a daily plan. So before the month even starts, a lot of times I will look through the calendar, I'll look through the school calendar, I'll look through everything I need to that I already have access to, and I'll go and plug it in. All the kids' activities, if they have a special party they're attending. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going. My husband takes the kids a lot. Last night, I ended up not going to Scouts because I was really behind in my work, and I stayed home with Meredith and worked on the computer while we watched a movie together, and he took Aiden to Scouts. So make that monthly plan, and then weekly, evaluate what you need to do. Daily, what do you need to do? So at night, okay, this is what I need to do tomorrow. Do you have your clothes set out? I've been setting my workout clothes in the bathroom with my alarm, and so I get up when my alarm goes off. I don't just keep laying there and keep going and going and going. So what I would like for you guys to do, oh, here's another, I really like this resource. I'm going to show you here in a minute. So this is your daily plan for success worksheet. And actually, I'll just share it. Hold on, because it's showing backwards clearly. Okay. Let me scroll down. I'm going to share this whole document, but okay. So your daily plan for success worksheet. All of this stuff is actually going to be found in your Mary Kay Planner on Mary Kay University. All these resources. So it's not like you guys don't know where to find this stuff. It's just that you're not taking the time to go do it. It's not my job to tell you absolutely everything. My job is to be your mentor and supporter and show you how to work the business through being in the field, doing your parties, how to sell the product, how to talk to potential team members, and leading you to the resources that you put into practice. Because if you don't practice, if you don't go through it, it's not going to work. So I love this plan for success. So you can do this daily. Your 6 most important Mary Kay things, your 6 most important personal things. What time are you going to wake up? Are you going to do a devotional, a Bible thing, a prayer? Are you going to listen to a CD book? Are you going to exercise? Are you going to shower, leave the house by? Computer time, be in bed by? And this is all timed out, okay? Customer service calls that you need to make. Income producing activities, make a check mark. Errands, what do you need to do at what time? Mary Kay appointments, do you have any today? Prospective team members to contact. Do you have any new team members? And this kind of goes over like part-time consultant IPAs, which is really, really cool, and full-time grand achiever, which is the card, director level, all of that stuff. So I really, really like that. Here's another one, my daily plan, working for success. Join Mary Kay's 5 o'clock club. So waking up at 5 and doing all of these activities to kind of give yourself a win, because again, if you don't have a plan, you don't know what you're looking for. Daily accountability class. Here's another one. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. You guys will be able to see this. Here's the weekly accomplishment sheet that you're technically supposed to be turning into me every week. And that tells you how to figure it out. All right, so this talks about part-time versus full-time in Mary Kay and how much you can make, what the activity needs to look like, which is really, really cool and very pretty true to form and commission and money and sales and all of that. So you take a look at that. This is really cool too. Focus on income producing activities. So this will tell you like where you're going to be at based off of how many activities of these you do in a whole month. So this is a whole month's worth, which is really cool. I really like the color coordination in that one. This is really cool too. This is where you can get your kids involved and help them and give them rewards for that. So them helping you with your business, there's nothing wrong with that. You're teaching your kids responsibility. Like I'm doing my best to keep my kids off of electronics right now. And then here's like a chore chart for them, which is really, really cool. And then just some more resources that you can look through and pick out which one works for you. I really, really, really like this. So my whole point in everything is that everybody has the same amount of hours in a week, and it's how you choose to work your business, which will, you know, make you successful or not, and being consistent in that, not just for a day, not just for a week, not just for a month, but month after month after month. If you just are consistent for a month and then you're not, and then you're consistent and then you're not, if you're on this wishy-washy consultant, then you're not going to see success, and you're going to be frustrated, and you're going to be like, this isn't working for me, I'm going to quit. And so my challenge to you is to either do a weekly accomplishment sheet or work on this 168 hours sheet and tell me how much extra time you actually have to work your Mary Kay business. And every consultant who does this will be entered into a raffle, which is exciting. And so I'll be doing the raffle by the end of the week. So I'll give you like until Sunday to watch the meeting, and let me know exactly how many extra hours you have by working that worksheet. And sometimes doing this and that 168 hours worksheet will be really beneficial to you. And so I hope that this kind of helped you like open your mind to the possibility that Mary Kay can be weaved into your life. I want to say like 80 to 90% of women who are in Mary Kay also have a full-time job. Directors that are pink Cadillacs making, you know, thousands of dollars every month, consultants, you know, it's normally not the norm for somebody to just do Mary Kay full time. And so you're not alone if you have a busy life. You're not. And I just, oh my goodness. So anyways, I just challenge you to give yourself some belief, because I believe in you. I believe that you can make this work for you, and I believe that you can be consistent. I can believe that through the holidays, you're going to have an amazing holiday week. Holiday season. I believe in you. And so, don't forget to work out your 168 hours a week and how much time you actually have to work your Mary Kay business. So tell me the number of hours you have, whether it's through this or that 168 hours sheet, working out that time. And then if you need help figuring out what to plug in and where, I will definitely do that. So you guys work on your schedule, and I will help you figure out what to plug in those white spaces and what is going to work best for you and your family. And I hope you all have an awesome day.